We're back, ladies and gentlemen. This time I did a mic check like a fucking adult, and I think we've got this covered. At least it's not going to be as echoey and bad. My buddy Adam Rivera here. We're going to talk a little bit. Hit up a quick three. Not quite a minute to win it, but I think under 30, dirty 30. So, Adam, thanks for joining, being a part of your week. It's your week, our week. Let's have some fun with it. But, all right, so hot take. I know Coolio last night, the rapper that was entirely responsible for this guy being the hardcore gangster that he is, passed on. Gangster's Paradise, I think, was his number one hit in the 90s, quickly followed by Weird Al Yankovic's Amish Paradise. But, what are your thoughts on that?
Sad day for hip hop. I saw that Weird Al did some sort of tribute or something to him. Something that was pretty cool. But I mean, it's one of the OGs.
Yeah, I was never really exposed to his music. So jokes aside, like I heard Gangster's Paradise. It was probably, I would say, top 25 iconic songs of the 90s. I mean, it was in 3 or 4 different movies, like Dangerous Minds and shit. Like it was a part of that early 90s rap revolution. What else has he done?
But it's crazy because it's like I'm a pretty big hip hop head, but
right.
I never really consider myself like a huge Coolio fan. Like I may have heard his album 2-3 times, but yeah, Gangster's Paradise is probably the only song that I can probably name off the top of my head, right?
Yeah.
I mean, still, respects and rest in peace, man.
Yeah, it's incredible what one song, though, can do to make an entire career. And I'm sure, again, he did a lot of other stuff that was great. I have to check that out at some point in time. But, you get, that's kind of funny. It's almost like the now generation, getting famous on TikTok, the viral, that was the viral song of the 90s that really kind of propelled him into that superstar stratum. So that was cool.
It was. I read an interesting little tidbit about him that during one of his earlier concerts, he tried to jump into the crowd to do the crowd surfing thing, and instead of catching him, they literally opened up.
Oh,
fuck! He slammed to the floor, and I think they stole his watch and necklace and shit.
Damn, that's mean as fuck. It's like
it is.
Dude's on stage. He's like, "I got you." Waters part.
What is that called? It's like a leap of faith or whatever.
Yeah, and then like a lot of people who are focused entirely on faith without objective information. They wake up and find themselves without their wallet. And,
it was in the I love this subreddit. It's the Today I Learned subreddit.
Oh yeah,
shit, yeah.
TIL.
Trying to find it, man, but yeah.
You gotta. It's great to have faith, but you got to have that knowledge. It backs it up and kind of keeps you grounded, or you get grounded.
And get grounded and robbed.
Yeah. But all right, 5 minutes in, I'll let you finish up while you're looking at that. We are at the I think by the time this airs, it's going to be October 1st, spooky season. Are you ready?
I guess I'm not really into that stuff. I mean, it's just the only thing that matters to me about October is that it's my birthday. Our birthday, rather. So that's why Megan and I have the same birthday. So
Gotcha. Well, buddy, I just want you to know you don't look a day over 50, and you keep on keeping on.
Thank you. I'm actually about to be 74, so you're making me look about 24 years younger.
Yeah.
How gracious of you.
I'm a kind and generous gentleman, but I actually picked up And this is something maybe would be interesting to do in that Southwest Virginia area. A couple books. Went hiking recently. I don't know this dude. I've never heard of him, but his name is Joe Tennis, and probably have to find his stuff. Like, so there's the Marble, and there's Virginia Blue Ridge Highlands. For all I know, this dude was anything from like the founder of Mother Teresa's inspiration, or he could have been a Klan member. I actually don't know anything about this dude other than he wrote some books. But this book in particular I thought was pretty cool because what he's doing is he's going around the Virginia area. I'll put this up. And so there's a lot of stories, and hopefully you can find that. So it's pretty cool, and it's areas in our neck of the woods. So like this dude is like Mystery Mary at Mountain Lake. So Mountain Lake is right up from the Roanoke, and it's the scary stories from these areas. I'm not going to read one right now, but I will be reading some of these going through, like the Black Sisters of Christiansburg. So seeing as how in the old Christiansburg, kind of a cool idea, guy printed out some spooky American stories. And I love the fact that it's, Southern Appalachian folklore, pretty cool to get into. Again, spooky season. I'm a big fan of it. I mean, you look at me, I'm already, fresh dressed and ready to impress anytime to scare small children. Face like this, I think I mentioned it to our buddy Alex. You got a voice made for radio and a face made for porn, but sometimes that could be scary porn.
Maybe it's still the way around.
I mean, it could be. If you
maybe the voice is for porn and the face is for radio.
It could be. I always loved that one though. It's like, got a face for radio. It's like, oof. I think that was the it was Lucille Ball was told that when she turned 40, right before she did, God, why am I blanking on Lucille Ball's big show? I Love Lucy.
Oh,
so right.
Say, that name sounds familiar.
Yeah, so right before she did I Love Lucy, and who is it? Nicole Kidman, and I'm trying to remember who played Ricky Ricardo. New movie. I think Amazon helped produce it. But they were saying that she was a little too old to be on television. And they said something to the effect of, like, she has a face for radio.
And that was at the time that they were doing the show?
That was before they did the show. So she ended up, like, she was the executive producer for not only I Love Lucy, but a little television show that a few people liked called Star Trek. You might have heard of that one.
She was an executive producer for it?
Yeah, dude, she pushed for that shit pretty hard. So it was really cool.
Like, I guess that would have been what? William Shatner, Star Trek?
Yeah, that one.
That's crazy.
I don't know what is beyond the horizon. I mean, his entire speech cadence was something that hasn't been replicated, and quite frankly, we're all very happy for that. But yeah,
I'm not a big Trekkie person, but I did enjoy Next Generation. It's the next one, yeah, with Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, I was like, Sir Patrick Stewart. You watch your tone.
Sir Patrick Stewart. I'm sorry. Forgot.
Yeah, I mean, I've not seen anything he's been in that I've not absolutely loved, but
oh yeah, he's pretty much great in everything.
Yeah, dude nails it.
Yeah, it really does.
But other than that, so we got October coming up, got some fresh things for you and I. I'm hoping to have you more as a regular guest on your week, and hopefully we can have I want to say a more collaborative effort. So you may be seeing.
I mean, that's when all the good beers come out. So your Oktoberfest and Chocovesas could start coming out. So,
bruh, you got me hooked on Chocovesa pretty hard, and it is absolutely delicious.
It is.
Pumpkin. So you have pumpkin beer, You have
Speaking of,
Chocovesa.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No,
It's not even close.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of like pumpkin beer, but I like the Voodoo Ranger's take on it. The what is it called?
Atomic Pumpkin. I just had that. Spicy.
It has cayenne pepper in it, so it's it's good.
It's good.
I like it. But no, to your point, yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, Chocovesa over all those.
Yeah. I mean, gotta love the breakfast stouts that are going to be more popular now. I'm a Marzen and a Double Bock guy myself, which again are made more during this time. So pumpkin beer's at the bottom. It's the white girl pumpkin spice bullshit of beer. But yeah,
when do they actually drop?
Chocovesa, if it's not out, it's going to be out in a week.
But no, it's I know last year they did the I think it was the Tres Leches one last year, and that was okay. It was still had that classic Chocovesa
right
kind of kick to it, but yeah, it's definitely around October. Well, past dates was October 1st, so somewhere around that date. So.
Yeah, so yeah, when this comes out Sunday, hopefully the Chocovesa will also.
Oh man, I do know that.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna pull this over.
I want to see what. I'm actually curious about their calendar for this year.
All right. I'm gonna ask you. So last week I did a self interview, but I wanted to ask you a couple questions about it also. Same questions I asked myself. You got a minute to win it. Tell me when you're ready.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So I didn't. For everybody that's watching, I didn't prep Adam for this. I asked myself 5 questions for last week and interviewed myself.
So how didn't you prepare yourself for the same 5 questions?
Oh, I prepared myself, motherfucker.
You just didn't prepare me.
Yeah, okay. Correct.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. Well, life's 2 things, and fair is not one of them. But all right, so minute or less is basically 5 questions. All right, first of all, so what makes you want to do podcasting?
I guess to be able to talk about shit that we would normally talk anyway. Just
right.
Being recorded on camera.
It's funny how that's
literally that there's no special answer.
Oh no, I mean I think that is the answer, and a lot of people have asked me that, and so I guess I'll give you some context. These were some questions that I was getting by people like, why the fuck are you doing this? Like, why are you getting out there and like making this stuff? And like, why would other people want to do this? And when I think of like other people, I think of I'll say the Holy Trinity. I'll say you, Alex, and Chris. And I just figured I'd just ask you same questions I was getting, and it's more fun if I don't prepare you. Of course, if anybody else, Chris, Alex, watch this episode, they'll get to answer the same questions as well, but we'll see. Next up, though, this was personal for me. It's like, why are you doing a variety show? But I guess why I talk about different topics, like why not focus, or do you want to focus on a specific thing?
I mean, it's not like we'll talk about any single topic for hours on end, like it doesn't seem natural. I mean, it's not like we're PhDs in a specific area.
Yeah, not single dimensional in a specific topic. It's like, oh yes, the Turkish Empire in the 1300s, which I'm pretty sure wasn't a great year for them or century. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's like I think it just comes natural with like we're big, we're big nerds. So it's
mhm.
anybody that's like a big nerd would have what no less than 10 things that we kind of follow, right? Whether it's movies and music or anime, comics, action figures, model kits, like it's I don't know, it's like kind of used to juggling many things at once already anyway.
Yeah, it's the ADHD, and
Yep.
it works well.
Yep.
Let's hear. So, what do you want to get out of podcasting, making these videos, stuff like that? That was really a big one. People are asking me.
What do I want to get out of it?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a uh, nothing really. Just talk about interesting shit. Maybe meet interesting people.
And
I mean, I don't care if it's just like the same circle of people that we've known for the past 15 years that we end up talking to, right? I think it's just
right.
just having a good time more than anything, really. So don't really have to get anything out of it.
Yeah, I was. I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, are you looking to get rich? You're looking to get famous?" Like, well, I'm already famous and working on getting rich, and damn sure podcasting ain't it. But
I
at
mean,
the same,
maybe. I mean, I wouldn't turn down a sponsorship to help me maintain my hair, you know. But,
I mean, Revlon's hollering. They love those luscious locks.
what is it?
I said Revlon is hollering.
Oh no! What's the one that is it Keeps that I hear a lot
Keeps?
on the different YouTube channels?
Maybe.
It's like a hair. Was it? It's not hair growth, but it's like a hair like maintain, I guess, type of approach. It's like that's hence the name Keeps, I guess. So,
I don't know.
so Keeps, here out there, I would love to keep my hair.
Yeah, keep it fresh, keep it good looking.
I don't want to go bald. So.
That's being able to keep this beautiful beard, which is 100%. I haven't done fuck all with it. Yeah.
All that. Yeah, I don't have any of that. This is all that grows right here.
You keep it top, I'll keep it bottom. We'll work it out. And then like I guess so. This was weird, and it came out of question number 3, and it may not be something directly, but it's like, what is your long-term strategy? And I'll change it a little bit. Why make podcasts more than like 2 or 3 times? Like, why would you want to do this for like a year or 2 or 5?
Because we would naturally talk 2 or 3 times a week anyway. I don't see this as something that would necessarily have to have some sort of like strict schedule or limit of occurrences. You know, like if there's something to talk about and you will talk to that person anyway, then might as well get it down.
Agreed. And it's funny. We've had the technical issues like back and forth, and I think it was 2 weeks ago. I was talking to Alex. He's like, "Oh, you can just grab a phone," and I agree with him. And he uses he's like, "Just grab a phone." He's like, "Just grab a phone, make content." I agree with him from the perspective of if you're going to do it, you're going to do it, and I appreciate the hustle on that. But there's a lot of getting proper setups that I think a lot of people want to be able to do. They want to be able to look good, professional in front of a camera. Nobody likes to look like shit. I mean, well, I say nobody. I'm sure there's like several people who like looking like shit. It's probably their brand. It's like,
oh yeah, I mean, look at my camera. This is $12.99 from probably 8 years ago. So
still works.
I'm sure that maybe having, I think it also helps like subconsciously, like if you make the investment in this in gear, then it's gonna make you like try harder, right, and actually put forth an effort as opposed to just well, fuck this camera, it sucks anyway, so I'm gonna half-ass it anyways.
Well, it might, and I wonder if that's the running shoes mentality, because I think a lot of people go out and they're like, "Oh, dude, you know what? I want to start working out. I want to get in shape and go to the gym. I'm gonna drop $200 on a pair of running shoes." Like it's kind of that barrier to entry.
Right. I think it's like that with anything, right? It's like if you're gonna do something, do it. Like go all in, right? So
invest, and that may very well be, I want to say, the not the crux, but one of the things that we have as want to say Americans. We have access to stuff to where we're able to do stuff, and we have access to stuff, and we may or may not do something. Be like, well, we tried, we invested a little bit, but if you really want to do something, then I think the barrier for entry is lower than a lot of other places, and that's cool too.
I can agree with that. It's probably the ease of access. It's definitely
yeah. If it's easy to get in, it's easy to get out. And I think a lot of people, similar to the gym, it's like, well, I tried a couple times, and I think, what is it, January 1st, gym memberships open up, and everybody's going crazy, and they're getting it, and they're spending a lot of money.
Yeah,
but
I fucking hate it. I was a gym rat for a long time, right? Right now I just maintain, and I fucking hate it going to the gym. January, I could not stand it.
So you almost take the month off just to...
Yeah, I actually would purposely go later and avoid that rush hour crowd. That's when, of course, all the classes will be full. Like, everybody's there. Like, they're hugging all the equipment. I'm just like, get the fuck out of here. I'm just trying to get my deadlifts and shit. So it's but hey, at the same time, it's like I don't want to not motivate somebody from doing it. So
right.
But it's a difference between showing up for a few weeks, right, and then sticking to it.
Yeah.
So obviously, if I say you stick into it, hey, more power to you.
Yeah, here to help. In it to win it versus casual observer that's getting in the way. I think that, people, for your personal growth, you have to be able to get in there. You have to be able to try something. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's the first time you went in there, you gave it your all, and your all wasn't enough. And I mean, that's a whole different conversation. And sometimes your all isn't enough because that's not what you're good at. I mean, somehow Muggsy Bogues broke the mold, motherfucker, like 5'3", and was one of the greatest in the 90s for an NBA player. Shouldn't have been.
There's some tape of Jordan talking about how he was one of the hardest person to defend against in his time. And that's the GOAT saying.
So. Yeah. There's no question about Michael Jordan being the GOAT. I still love that thing where they're asking him, it's like, hey, if the dream team was to play against the All-Stars in 2020, like, who do you think would win? He's like, well, it'd be a close game, but I think we'd have it. And they're like, well, why is that? He's like, well, we're all in our 60s now. Like, dude dropped it like that. I was like, whoo.
Yeah, he's not known to be modest.
Yeah, his modesty is somewhere between negligent and nil. But hey, you know what? When you got it, why not?
Yeah, I mean, it was known for that. I love that ESPN series that they did. I mean, I was a huge Jordan fan growing up. So, like, I still have my card collection. So that ESPN series was very well done.
Yep. Well, we're keeping it short today, guys. We're going to be having a lot more. Speaking of being in it to win it, you're going to see a lot more of that handsome dude. You already know this face made for radio, and hopefully you will keep watching. I mean, I don't know. Like, shit. But now, Adam, thanks for being on. Appreciate it. And looking forward to having you more incorporated and then doing our own things. We've got a lot of stuff in the pipeline, guys. You will be seeing more of him. You'll be seeing more of me. We will be talking. We're going to be co-interviewing a lot of people coming up in the near future. It's a lot of work, a lot of fun, and if you enjoy it, great. If you don't, let us know. Leave some comments below, and we'll figure it the fuck out, because that's what you do when you're an adult.
That's fair.
Yeah, well, I mean, you figure it out or you don't, but even when you don't, it kind of figures itself out.
Or you call help desk or something.
God, you never call help desk.
If you restart, no, you turn it off and on again first.
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Well,
you know what? I'm gonna go and watch some of that shit tonight. Actually,
dude, so we were gonna go. I got a bitch about this real quick. I had a coworker literally. So my computer wasn't working.
Don't get me started on work.
And
Carry on.
and she asked me, she's like, "Hey, did you try rebooting your computer?" And I messaged her. I literally sent her the meme with IT crowd and the dude being like, "Have you tried turning it off and on again?" I was like, "I live and breathe by this shit." Of course, it's like, this is my third reboot. The two of them were me, and one of them was forced by the system. I was like, has anyone else have these issues? Because if it's just me turning it off and on again, if I didn't do that, I should probably get my IT card pulled.
I could talk about work, but I think it's a little bit too close to current times, so I'm not gonna do it yet. But I have some. Some fucking nuggets for you, gold nuggets for you.
Dude, Dilbert was created by a guy that was just in the midst of it, and he's like, you know what? Fuck it.
Just put it like this: I spent the first maybe 5-6 hours of the first day on this particular job, bitching and laughing. I'm like, is this real life right now? Is this really happening? Are you pretending to work? Yeah, we'll save that for maybe after this contract expires.
Yeah, and bitching. I think bitching about work may be something because you've seen the show, I'm trying to do, and I guess there's no trying. I'm doing it. It's great and awful. It's funny and it falls flat. But I got my bitchin' post, and honestly, I think that work is the ever-present able to bitch about something. It doesn't matter what industry it is. It doesn't matter, who you're working with. Like, I work with some top-tier talent, and a lot of people are incredible in my immediate circle. Yeah. And I work with some real shitbags, and that's okay, too.
There's no in-between. I remember that. It's like there's no... it's either a lot of really smart.
It's either excellence or excrement. Right. That is really it.
It is nuts, and when they're bad, they're fucking awful. It is. Ugh.
I mean, there's people. I'm like, how are you not at like that senior leadership level? And there's other people. I'm like, how did you put on shoes this morning? Was it Velcro or slip on? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, it's. So many things I could say. So many things.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can bitch about it and still generalize enough to make it go. I'm
trying to find the general, something that's broad enough that you can't narrow it down. But yeah, I mean, failing upwards is definitely commonplace. Peter principle, if you don't know what that is, fucking Google it, because that's pretty prevalent.
So... it's funny, and there's two Peter principles for those of you that don't know, and you can Google it, and you'll find one of the two. One is the Peter principle, which is the legitimate one, where it talks about failing upwards. The other is the Peter principle, and that's where you're pulling or kissing on Peter to move upwards. That is not what we're referencing, but it can be a part of it.
It is, and it's funny enough. It actually is more common, or at least it was for me. It was more common in the military, or in from what I've heard in government agencies. But at least in the private industry.
It's still there, dude.
In my experience, it was very, very much very prevalent there.
Yeah. So plenty to talk about. We'll hit you guys up, Adam. Appreciate it. We'll bullshit more. I think great honestly,
great segue. Peter principle. Tons to talk about. Thanks for being here. Get the fuck out of here. Good night.
Pretty much.
So if you don't on the to-do list, let me refine my segues.
What is it? I think Bo Burnham. I don't really do transitional pieces. Click.
You're like, what is this transition concept that you speak of?
Yeah.
How did you spell that? Trans what? No.
Don't do that. We'll get canceled.
I didn't even put. I didn't even cut. I didn't even catch that. So, but, yeah, no, it's I don't know it's awkward to like go from one thing to the next, and especially when you got two ADHD motherfuckers going on. So
Yeah, it makes it difficult. That's why we have lists. For those of you that can't see, I got a list right here. It's on a different screen. You can't see it, but that's how
maybe
I'm able.
we should hire somebody to stand behind the monitors with like cue cards.
Yeah, that would involve paying people. So if there's anybody who wants to do this shit for free, I'm okay with it. Until then, Adam, thanks again. Have a great night, and we'll do more. And I'm hoping to have, even if it's not like special guests, like just more of you in the show to do more stuff. And we'll do quick, like I said, minute to win it. Because I think you nailed it. Like, what do you want to get out of this? We're going to talk. Hopefully, friends, family, patrons are going to want to hear more of this. And
sure,
that'll be great.
Sponsors. I want to keep my hairline.
Yeah. It's like I remember that time I got paid a shitload of money from insert random vendor here. Hi, I just wanted to say that I couldn't live without shameless plug.
We can wear what is it?
I mean,
like green T-shirts, so you can just CGI in.
Oh wow! Oh shit, dude, that's a great idea. Like,
hey, trademark. Fuck that. Nobody can.
Gonna watch U.S. senators and stuff coming in green suits, and it's just gonna have like all their sponsors poured all over.
Oh my god, that's gotta be done. Like, I would love to see that done. Actually,
I'd pay money.
Yes,
wait, I already do. It's called taxes.
Oh no, I mean like even if this is a gag, somebody online, kind of like how somebody took the time to like build this website that tracks their stock portfolios, right, and their transactions.
Yeah.
I would love to see
the Pelosi husband. The Pelosi husband tracker, or just anybody?
Well, that's one of them. There's another one that actually has pretty much everybody involved in the government. I sent you the link before. Actually.
Yeah. Was but I don't trust everybody in the government. I know Nancy's husband; he's on it. That man wants to make money.
He's got the nose, that's for sure.
Yeah, he does. And I ain't gonna say it. Leave that right there.
And on that note,
have a great night. Thanks again, guys, and we'll be chatting soon. Fuck.